And the second dream I had is of my best friend Jen. I was in Disney with Jen. We were getting off the shuttle bus, which we took every day multiple times, to and fro from the park. And there was one time we were even like in a little conflict because I was so done with waiting for the bus and also being in the packed bus like sardines. And Jen and I actually both have claustrophobia, but Jen is so super strong-willed in wanting to overcome claustrophobia. Like she says she doesn't want it to make her like her world small, and Jen is the most Sagittarius person I know. She's so expansive and she travels the whole world. I joke a lot that she's paid to Earth grid and she doesn't even know what that means, but she's literally paid to do that because she travels like multiple times a month. I would say that she's very, very strong-willed, whereas for me, there are times that I give in to my claustrophobia and I make decisions whereby I don't have to face claustrophobia instead of like meeting with it. And I just feel like I do it best by titration and not like by plunging into the deep end. Because plunging to the deep end, which I have done also, simply makes the fear even bigger than it was before. So like what I'm learning is just to take it slow and easily for myself. But Jen has a different approach whereby she's determined basically to work through her fears. So there was one day that I was insisting, let's just take a lift home. I just don't want to be in this situation whereby the bus at night was pitch black also. So it's like darkness plus packed. It's my worst nightmare. This is real life, by the way, in Disney last month in Orlando. And then in the end, we ended up taking a lift. But Jen asked me, if you have so much, and this was so profound, she asked me, if you have so much trust in spirit, in knowing that you're okay, because spirit takes care of you. Like my friends in Kara are often very, very amazed at how on earth do I pay my bills every month when it feels like I'm not going to be able to, but somehow it always just happens. Like in the nick of time at the 11th hour, I'm somehow okay. I'm somehow afloat again, because this has been recurring since actually I started my entrepreneurial journey. Jen asked, like, why can't you have the same belief that spirit is going to take care of you in moments of claustrophobia and darkness? And I'm like, that's so true. I just never put the two together. I've never thought of it that way, and I think it's because I'm forced to meet with trusting spirit regarding money, and I just avoid the darkness. I avoid situations that bring me crazy claustrophobia, and that's why I never had to work through my relationship with feeling safe in this way on a daily basis, you know? So that was amazing food for thought. Anyway, in the dream, we were getting off the bus and I didn't have change. So Jen gave me change. Like she just offered change to me so I could pay the bus driver. And I think I didn't have like USD. And I remember like thinking she didn't have to do this, which is strange because it's like in real life, I'll be like, I don't have change, can you give me change? And she would. But in the dream, I just remember being so in awe and so grateful. Like the gratefulness is not proportionate to something as simple, seemingly simple as giving me change. But I just remember in the dream I was so grateful for it and thinking like, oh my god, she's like the nicest person, she doesn't have to do this, yet she's doing it. And she had like a coin purse that reminds me of like the Asian Chinese lipstick box, whereby if you click open, it's like a rectangular small mirror and then your lipstick. So she kept her coins in that lipstick container, and it was full of coins. And I think of this like Jen being super abundant, and she is really the most abundant person I know. Like her way of behaving, her way of life, her outlook on life, just so abundant, so supported, so loved, you know. And it's very inspiring for me to witness. So there's that. I was about to pay the driver, but there was just some issue whereby we were not allowed to get off the bus yet. And then the driver came back into our bus from outside and he closed the door. And then there were people behind me waiting to get off the bus. And I remember in that moment, I was like, I'm stuck again, I'm trapped. And like, this is claustrophobic. And I didn't say anything, I didn't express it. I knew I could have like made my way to the back of the bus whereby there's more space, more people, breathing room, but I remember just feeling like I am on the edge, and if I let my mind just be free, I would go into panic, which has happened before. And the dream kind of, it paused there. And so what it made me think of is that Jen has resource, coins being resource, and she is so willing to share her resource with me, the coins, and thus I have resource in moments of panic, in moments of claustrophobia, in moments of anxiety. I have resource because like I took the coins from Jen before the door closed, so I can remember that I'm resourced, that I'm okay. And I feel like it's super symbolic to remind me in moments of panic, anxiety, claustrophobia, that I am resourced. Maybe Jen means in the dream, like I've shared about like who Jen is for me, is like strong-willed, determined, abundant, super loved, super funny, super childlike, and also a freaking amazing friend. So it also points to these aspects within myself, like the determined, strong-willed parts of me and persistent parts of me, maybe knowing that I can resource these aspects of myself. I'm curious about why the coins were in a lipstick container, and lipstick to me is like aesthetics and beauty. The mirror is for us to kind of like see ourselves, or a reflection of ourselves, and instead of a lipstick it was coins. So maybe it just feels like being practical, or it's not like a wallet, it's a lipstick container, so maybe it's like creativity, like something that is used for something else but we use it for this, and it's functional because every time you take out a coin you get to see yourself. I don't know, but there's something unexpected about it. So maybe it's like it's sharing with me like what I think the resource is actually unexpected, or in moments where I think I'm not going to be okay, I'll receive help from unexpected areas. I like that. And then the continuation of the dream was that Jen was in Disney day 1 with her mom, day 2 with another friend, and after being at the park she was going to go to a concert. And I think after day 1 she bought me like 3 Disney merch, like Minnie Mouse cropped shirt, pair of drop crotch joggers, which is like not my style, and I can't remember what the third one was, but I just remember feeling so grateful that she thought of me when she was in Disney with her mother. Jen and her mother has the most beautiful mother-daughter relationship that I love hearing about, and I love witnessing so much, and it really makes sense to me. Like Jen has a very strong instinct to want to be a mom, and like seeing her relationship with her mom, I can see why. It's like her mom inspires her to be a mother, which is so beautiful to witness. And I feel like the love Jen receives from her family speaks to how secure she is to voice and express herself, and to say no, to set boundaries, to leave relationships that's unhealthy for her, just because she has this like really steady level of internalized love and worthiness within herself. So there's something in that image that's obviously a message for me. Disney is like childlike wonder, lightness, innocence, purity, fantasy, and magic. So there's something there whereby like this mother-daughter love, and again, it's because it's in my dream, it points to that aspect of myself, the inner mother, inner daughter, gifting me something, being gifted something from that experience. It's like maybe the dream's message here is when I hone the relationship between my inner mom and my inner child, my inner daughter, what comes out of it is magic, or childlike wonder and fun and play. And in my solar return chart, Leo is my rising and also my moon in first house. So there's going to be so much emphasis on playing this year, which is not something I'm like naturally good at. And I know I'm going to be diligent about it, and to really consciously invite more of that into my life and engage with it more, but it's not natural for me. And I feel like maybe this dream is encouraging that, you know, that there are gifts awaiting me when I play and when I nurture my mother-child relationship within. I like that. I'm not sure what to make out of like Jen in the dream going to the concert after Disney. It just feels like very packed for me. It's not something I would do, but it feels like maybe an integration and a growing up, because Disney is like childlike place and then the concert is like more teenage activity or adult activity. It's also super claustrophobic for me. I haven't been to concerts for years just because I don't want to be in a situation where I will feel panicky. So maybe it's just another message from the dream that it's time to face my claustrophobia, which is what Jen encourages me all the time. So yeah, that's dream number 2.